let us eat you. If you're trolling for no reason, then we don't need you. It's Big XL, he can't be stopped. Riding dirty forever, the home of real hip hop. Ride dirty, y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, dog, y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
Yeah, what up, world? It's your boy Vic XL. This is the Ride Dirty Show, the Ride Dirty Podcast. We bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life, man. What up, good people? Man, I gotta start off by giving a moment of silence and saying today is a very, very sad day in the world of humanity, in the world of sports, man. I gotta say, rest in peace to Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant and his daughter, Gianna Maria Bryant. They both tragically met their demise today via a helicopter crash as she was on her way to one of her games today. Kobe, his daughter, Gigi, and 7 other passengers aboard a helicopter. Basically, they all met their demise in this crash. So let's give a moment of silence to Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant. All right, all the Lakers fans around the world, man, all the basketball fans, I'm sure right now everyone's heart is very, very heavy. Man, like this thing hit me like I lost a little brother. Like I definitely was a fan of Kobe and man, I just can't say enough about how he impacted my life as a man, made me want to be a better husband, made me want to be a better father, made me want to be a better leader. And man, again, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, rest in peace to his daughter, rest in peace to other 7 passengers aboard the helicopter. Man, I'm choked up. So, man, let's get on with the show, man. One time for the good people over at LiquorLollipops.com. Liquor Lollipops is one of our official sponsors. They're a premium hard candy designed to taste like your favorite alcoholic beverage, man. You want to taste that gin and juice. You want to taste that rum. You want to taste that apple whiskey. Well, make sure you go over to LiquorLollipops.com. Find out more about the product. Find out more about how you can become a brand ambassador. Find out how you can have Liquor Lollipop cater your very next event. All right, so again, visit them at LiquorLollipops.com and find out what's good about the good taste of LiquorLollipops.com. I also got to say one time for the good people over at WBHH, that's We Blazing Hip Hop.com, the internet's #1 hip hop and R&B station and official carrier of the Ride Dirty Show. I also got to say one time for 89.3 FM, my FM home carrier of the Ride Dirty Show. Also got to say one time for the good people over at the I Am Shirt Company, all right? Make sure you visit them at IamShirtCo.com. They have T-shirts designed with you in mind for you to represent who you are and where you are, all right? So, again, one time for our good sponsors, the I Am T-Shirt Company, LiquorLollipops.com, and WBHH.com. All right? Oh, man. Okay. We're gonna thug our way through it, man. Today is January 26th, Sunday, January 26th. Real quick, let me go over my celebrity birthdays. I have a few celebrity birthdays. Let me let you know about those. Gotta say happy birthday to Atlanta Hawk and NBA great Mr. Vince Carter. Vince Carter turns 43 years old today. That's right. Vince Carter is 43 years old, still dunking on a lot of you young fellas. All right, so definitely one time and happy birthday to Vince Carter. Also got to say happy birthday to gospel great Mr. Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin turns the big 50. Happy birthday, Mr. Kirk Franklin. 50 years young, big dog. Also got to say happy birthday to R&B songstress, the great Anita Baker. Ooh, I take her. Anita Baker turned 62 years old today. Happy birthday to Miss Anita Baker. Also got to say happy birthday to Atlanta hip-hop artist, rapper, Gorilla Zoe. Gorilla Zoe turns 37 years old today. Definitely happy birthday to my man, Gorilla Zoe. And let me see here. What up, Scotty, man? What up, big dog? Beautiful Maria. Hey, pretty lady. You so pretty. All right, so happy birthday to all those good people. And, you know, I always like to tell you guys a great way to show a person that you appreciate them and to tell them happy birthday is by visiting their page, checking out their music, checking out some of their previous work, whether it's through movies, music, whatever the case may be. Definitely gotta say happy birthday to them all, and y'all definitely check them out. All right, we just seen the Grammys. If you haven't had a chance, the Grammy was on one time for the amazing tribute to Mr. Nipsey Hussle. One time for everybody who participated in the Grammys. Gotta say one time for my man Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator won Best Rap Album of the Year. It's funny because a lot of y'all might not have ever heard a damn song by Tyler, the Creator. But one time for Tyler, the Creator for definitely winning that Album of the Year and bringing home the Grammy. All right, man, I gave y'all celebrity news. I definitely gave y'all celebrity birthdays. Told you about our amazing sponsors. And now it's time for me to do what I like doing most and doing best, and that's bringing the people who are definitely doing their things, motivating people through arts, music, entertainment, religion, philanthropism, and entrepreneurship. And tonight is no different on the Riding Dirty Show. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Riding Dirty platform. R&B artist, the real Jay Israel. What's going on, my G?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Man, I'm so glad that you can come on the show. Man, today is a very somber day. We lost the legendary Kobe Bryant today, but we're going to definitely try to make our way through it. But I do have to ask you, first and foremost, are you a basketball fan? And if so, did Kobe Bryant impact your life in any way?
Man, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Of course, I'm ATLian, man, but you know, anybody who loves sports or basketball, most certainly Kobe had to impact him, and man, definitely, man. My heart goes out to his family. I'm a father myself, and so, yeah, my heart goes out to him, man. But Kobe, being the person that he is, the competitor, just the individual, man, is always motivating and inspiration just to hear him talk and just to see him, you know, do his thing. So definitely, man, it's a shocker for me, brother.
All right.
A big loss.
No doubt. I have to ask. You mentioned that you're in Atlanta. Let the people know where you're from and what was the introduction to you, Mr. Jay Israel, and the entertainment business.
Well, of course, you know, I have to put the disclaimer. I was born in St. Louis, but I'm an Atlanta boy. Been here all my life. Grew up in church, as a lot of your singers, and so been doing the gospel thing, man. My father's a musician, and just grew up singing in church, man, and leading worship and different things like that. And R&B has always been a love, you know. Growing up listening to Babyface, but always, you know, I like the old school, the James Brown and you know, the Marvin Gaye, and just always been a lover of music, you know, New Edition. From back in the days, and so, but yeah, man, just always loved music, and it's always been a passion of mine and a dream of mine. And I guess I was a father early on, but now I'm chasing the dream, man. Just trying to live the dream, man. Putting it into play.
All right, now, when did you realize you have a talent to be a great singer?
I was like 3 years old, man. Singing Sweetie Pie. I think that's that cutie pie. You're my reason why I love you so. But yeah, man, about the age of 5, my dad noticed I could scream. I used to tell me all the time I'm a screamer, especially when I did the gospel. I would tell her I'm a screamer, man. So he knows I can scream, so I started getting up there and singing in the choir probably about the early age of about 5 years old, man. And just been in love with it ever since.
All right, now having that church background, getting up in church doing your thing. At what point did you decide, like, you know what, I want to become a recording artist, but I don't think gospel is going to be the route. I'm gonna go R&B.
Well, now I started out doing the gospel thing. Was doing well with it as an independent gospel artist for about 7 years. I kind of, like I said, growing up in church, you deal with a lot of church hurt and church things. And I just kind of got over church, man, and said, you know, because I grew up in a strict religion where R&B was wrong to do. That's the devil's music. And so when I left the religion, I just went back to the love, which was always R&B, man. I love gospel music, love singing it, but the true love was R&B, man. You know, sing good old love songs, man. And so here recently, I just decided to, you know, go back to it, especially after I left the church. It was a kind of a conflict of interest, leaving religion and still wanting people to allow me to come into their facilities and sing my gospel. So kind of had no choice but to go back to the first love, which was R&B, and been pushing it ever since.
All right. Now I gotta ask, man, because I see you are an official member of the Beard Gang. Bro, how do you keep the beard so groomed and so silky looking?
I try everything. I keep up with it, man. Especially since I don't have it up top, Doc. You know, so I've been had a beard now for a long time, a lot of years, brother. And so I just keep it shined and shampooed and conditioned and groomed. Every chance I get, my kids and my wife always tease me and tell me that I stay in the mirror longer than they do. But I just got, you got to keep the beard right, man. That's all.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, being a father, being a husband, how important is it for you to put the right images and messages within your music?
That's totally, definitely important. Of course, I've always tried to live the life where, my kids can not just do as I say, but do as I do, And so trying to promote the right thing, because I know that music has a great influence on us, on life, period, on the lives of individuals. And so I just always try to make sure I putting out stuff that that I don't mind my children listening to. I'm a pretty open guy, pretty, free spirit as well. And so I just, look at my music the same way I look at my everyday living, man. Whatever I do every day, I can do it in front of my children. And so my music, it's the same way.
All right. Now, you mentioned some of the people that made you want to, basically, when you grew up listening to music. Like, who are some of the artists that influenced you to be the best artist possible?
My main artist is Babyface, man. Old Babyface. Speaking of Tender Lover, those genuine love songs. But like I said, Babyface, James Brown, Brian McKnight, man, those guys, their writing ability and singing ability. And so, growing up listening to the people like that, man, you definitely inspire you to be on your A game and try to, do it at the highest level.
All right. Now, as an artist, as an independent artist, how important is it for you when you take the stage to ensure or make sure that you give the people what they came to see, as far as, bringing the stage down?
Well, it's very important. Because, of course, people hear the music, but the most impact, I believe, would be when they do see you live. You want to make sure you're giving your customers or your supporters, first of all, they're getting their money's worth if they spent money, or just getting their time's worth, man, because time is priceless. And so they come out to see you. You want to make sure you're giving them everything. And I've always been one of, whenever I hit the stage, I want to connect with the people, man, let that energy, I feed off the energy of the people. And so that stage performance is most important, I believe, in the independent artist career or just any artist, whichever level you're at, doing it, to connect with people is most important.
All right, now, one of your monikers, or when we talk about your music, the tagline comes across, music that you can feel. Explain that.
Well, coming from gospel, that's always been a motto. You get up and you sing and you want to make sure people can feel it. And so, people, like I said, the artists that I admire, the Babyfaces, the Brian McKnight, the James Browns, of course, the Michaels, the great, the GOAT himself, Michael Jackson, you can feel it. And so I've always been one to not just sing or to make music just to be, making it, but give people something that they can relate to and they can feel, man. When they hear those words come out your mouth, you want to feel it, man. I like to, listen to people that, kind of make my hair stand up on my arm, on my back, And so that's always been something for me, that whenever I do sing, or record music, whether it be live or in the studio, I want people to feel it, man. And so that's what that's all about. Music you can feel. Not every, not to say nothing about other people's, music, but not all music you can feel. And so, I ain't gonna say you can't, because everybody is different, but how those artists that open their mouth, man, and immediately you can feel it. And so that's kind of what I model myself after. That's what I strive to do with my music.
Okay, now you said make the hair stand up on your back, right? So that leads me to my next question. When I go to your Instagram, I notice there are a lot of shirtless pictures. Is the real Jay Israel a sex symbol?
Hey, ask my wife, she'll say yeah. My daughters might say no. But, I'm free, man. I'm free. Again, people look at the shirtless pictures and say, man, what you got going on? When you're coming from gospel, you got to break those stereotypes. You got to break through those, different things that you were told that you can't do, all that control that was on you, anytime, if you understand religion and spirituality, that there's a lot of restraint. You can't do this and can't do that. And so now that I'm a free man, a free thinker, thinking for myself, man, I'm just letting it all hang out, brother. It's all in good fun,
I'm telling you, I strolled up and down your Instagram, and I was like, man, Jay Israel don't look like he got but 2 shirts. He got but 3 different shirts. That's it.
Hey, man, I'm working out, man, and I've been working out. Me and the wife consistently now for a little bit. I said, shoot, hey, man, might as well show a little bit. It's only gonna get better.
That's all good. All right, I gotta ask, the name The Real Jay Israel. Why The Real Jay Israel?
Man, I'm the one and only, man, the real one. But now, really, Jay Israel is always, that's my name. But the real, because when I started trying to release stuff, I started noticing that there's a whole lot of Jay Israel. And so the real was not taken in. Hey, man, I'm always been one who keep it real. And so I'm just being transparent here. There's no fancy story to it other than I'm a real one. And so I am the real Jay Israel. Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to ask you a little bit about your music and some of the stuff you have out. We're definitely going to end the show with the joint I Love You. But I also noticed you have a song that's available entitled Freaky Tonight. Tell me a little bit about Freaky Tonight.
Oh, well, that's just a fun song, man. When I first stepped into the R&B, I wanted to just do different type of songs. So, of course, I Love You is a traditional R&B, but then, hey, man, Freaky Tonight, I'm a father of 7. I like getting freaky every night, to be honest. And so, but no, Freaky Tonight, man, just one of those fun songs, man, one you can play in the club, people can dance to and just have a good time with, man. That's all.
All right. Hold on. Did you say father of 7?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you ain't been playing. You've been shooting the club up, ain't you?
Hey, man, knocking it down.
I ain't mad at you.
Absolutely.
I have to ask, in having 7 kids, do you see any future entertainment talent in the 7 kids that you have? And would you encourage them to pursue entertainment?
I got that passion, man. I got a son that's a producer, son that's a singer, songwriter. He's producing his own music as well. A couple daughters, all my children sing. But when I was doing the gospel, my children actually were my band. My 4 older children were my band. They were keyboard, drummer, and singers. Yeah, so definitely encourage them if that's their passion, if that's what they feel like they want to do. They need to go after with everything. So definitely encourage them to do it. But I have a son that has music out as well. One of my singles, my son is on one of the records.
All right, now, you also have a song entitled Fuck That Shit. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah, sir. Coming out the studio one day, man, I said, I was thinking, I was like, man, I got to, come up with something that's really liberating. And, man, I love dropping the fuck that, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite phrases. And so the song came to me, fuck that shit, man, because when you change your path, sometimes people come at you, everybody got an opinion, everybody got something to say. And so, of course, people who were used to me doing certain things, certain ways with the religious stuff, they were coming for me real good, and they still do. And so, hey, man, what better way to say fuck that shit, man? I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not causing anybody harm. I'm just living my life and, following my path and, doing my thing the way I choose to do it and not based on anybody's opinion or thoughts. And so, hey, fuck it, man. You know what I mean?
All right, now look, I'm like
That's
I say, when I do my interviews, I like to prepare myself. I like them to be. I don't like them to be so traditional. I like to go through your social media and see what you got going on. All right, so on November the 19th on Instagram, you posted Jay Israel, and you were getting down a little bit. What do you call that dance?
Hey, man, that's the fuck that shit. That's when you dancing like nobody watching. You know what I'm saying? I can say, man, I'm a father of 7, so I'm silly, and I'm just having fun, man. Everything I do, there's some kind of purpose behind it, and again, that's another liberating. When you just doing moves, man, don't really give a shit about who's watching and who, what people are thinking. You just feeling it in the vibe, and that's all, man. I was just feeling this shit. Let me do it.
No doubt.
Let me liberate myself a little bit more, man. Nothing like freedom.
You definitely danced your way into liberation on that post, man. If y'all haven't had a chance, make sure y'all follow Jay Israel and check out on the 19th November, my man was cutting loose. Now, I also got to say, man, being married myself, bro, I really, 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 really love the fact that, there are videos up here of you and the wifey, and you definitely don't, a lot of artists keep that behind them, or they don't like people to know, but you're extremely proud of your union. Tell me a little bit about that and how much work goes into the union, especially as you pursue the music.
Definitely, man. It's certainly important. She's #1 fan. We've known each other forever. Been married for 22 years, man, and a lot of work goes into that, man. But it's the kind of work that you shouldn't consider work. You know what I mean? They say if you're doing what you love to do, then you wouldn't call it work. But it's definitely work, man. Us growing with one another, loving one another, accepting each other for who we are, not trying to change each other. And so, man, yeah, that's my marriage is everything. She's my girl, man. That's it. That's day one, ride or die, baby. And so I think that's important. I know artists try to put that aside because they're afraid of what, that might run away some fans. Not the real one, man. I told you I'm the real one, man. You know, I'm married. I'm happily married. Been that way for 22 years. Proud to say it. And she's a supporter of the music. Of course, she was a little reluctant to me going into R&B, coming out of gospel, because the women was already a little crazy even at the gospel. And so now she's like, oh, Lord, what we got to do? He's singing songs about making love and stuff. So, but she's definitely a number one supporter, man. And so we have a great relationship, and it's because we put the work in, man. Right. Relationships work when the people in them work, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. I have to ask, because I see that you're definitely doing your thing when it comes to social media. How has the internet and social media affected your career, especially when it comes to your pursuit of music?
You know, I'm a little older, but, you know, I try to keep up, you know, to date with the social media and different things. So it's been very instrumental, man. And I'm still learning how to work it. I'm still, you know, trying to figure it out. Still dealing with, you know, even as an independent artist, I put money into what I do. I invested, like I said, I deal with different marketing groups and promotion companies. And so, you know, it's just not me doing it myself. I'm working with different people every day trying to figure out how to better utilize social media, man, because it's definitely the way. It's the future. It's the present. It's the future. It's where it is at this point. And so, hey, I just try to learn as much as I can and put it into play, Doc. Definitely. But it's been huge for me.
All right, let's talk a little bit before we let you get off this line. Let's talk a little bit about this record, I Love You. I guess the concept is pretty self-explanatory, but tell me the concept and who produced it.
Well, the concept of it is just about real love and also realistic love. You know, often in relationships, people go through different time periods where they may have time apart and breakups or whatever, but then they come to realize, you know, or understand that, you know, they're meant for that individual. And so that's what this song is about. It's about people who've been apart and missing one, you know, of course, missing them and just expressing it, not being afraid to express, you know, a man expressing his feelings for his love, man. And so that's what the whole song is about. Just you know, a lot of times as men, we have trouble with expressing ourselves. And so hopefully this is going to help some guys, you know, who may be missing that girl that they
90 seconds.
Express, you know, their true feelings for them. But my son-in-law he's a writer on this one, and I got a crazy producer, Luke G. He's the producer on it, and then him and I. And so, yeah, man, it's different people involved with this one, man. The track was made by
60
Lee,
seconds.
the beat maker, and so just all the right pieces came together, man, to produce this. What I consider a great frontliner, man, for me coming out as an R&B artist.
All right, no doubt. Do me a favor. I'm going to want you to introduce the record, but before you do, let everybody know how to find you when it comes to the World Wide Web.
Well, I am the real J Israel on all social media, man. I am the real J Israel on all social media. And for any booking, it's just bookjisrael@gmail.com. But hey, guys, I hope you enjoy this beautiful song, as I would call it. I love you, fellas.
10 seconds.
Let me help you talk to you later.
Appreciate it, my G.
Appreciate you, guys.
That was my man, the real J Israel. Let me give y'all this joint.
I get all so cold when you're not here. Yeah. You've been on my mind lately. What you been up to, baby? Going on in my head. I love you, but not like him, not like him. I love you, even when you spotlight this, I'm right here. I love you, but not like this, not like this. I love you, can't get you out of my head, but I don't care, I don't. You've been gone for too long. You've been gone for too long. Time you found your way home. Time you found your way. Can my number reach your line, baby? Who you been calling lately? Will you pick up the phone? I love you, but not like him, not like him. I love you, even when you spotlight this, I'm right here. I love you, but not like this, not like this. I can't get you off of my mind. You're always on my mind. I want you, I need you, I live you, breathe you, your smile, your eyes, I'm yours, you're mine. I love you, I love you, I love like him, not like him. I love you like I love you, girl. Spotlight this, I'm right here. I love baby, we're supposed to be like this, together forever, baby. I can't get you off. You're all over my mind, thinking about you all the time. Yeah. I love you, oh yeah.
All right, that was my man Jay Israel right here on the Riding Dirty Show. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.